When the House of Representatives opened an inquiry into the president's actions, President Trump did everything in his power to obstruct the investigation. He declared across-the-board resistance. He ordered every official in the federal government to defy all subpoenas related to the inquiry. At his command, the administration also refused to produce a single document related to the inquiry, not one. To put this obstruction into context, during the Watergate hearings, President Nixon turned over recordings of his conversations in the Oval Office. Later, President Clinton handed over his DNA. President Trump's obstruction was, by contrast, absolute. Those are the facts. They are overwhelming. There is no denying them. Having reviewed the evidence, we come to our second question. Is the president's proven conduct impeachable? The answer is simple. Absolutely. Under Article 1 of the Constitution, the president can be impeached for high crimes and misdemeanors. The highest of high crimes is abuse of power. It occurs when a president uses his official powers to serve his own personal selfish interests at the expense of the public good. Indeed, over the last 3 years, one indisputable truth has emerged. If we do not respond to President Trump's abuses of power, the abuses will continue. We cannot rely on an election to solve our problems when the president threatens the very integrity of that election. Nor can we sit on our hands while the president undermines our national security and while he allows his personal interests and the interests of our adversary, Russia, to advance. President Trump's continuing abuses of power jeopardize our security and our elections. The threat is urgent. If we do not act now, what happens next will be our responsibility as well as his. I will close with a word to my Republican colleagues. I know you. I have worked with many of you for years. I consider you to be good and decent public servants. I know this moment may be difficult, but you still have a choice. I hope every member of this committee will withstand the political pressures of the moment. I hope that none of us attempt to justify behavior that we know in our heart is wrong. I hope that we are able to work together to hold this president or any president accountable for breaking his most basic obligations to the country and to its citizens. And so, with a heavy heart, but clear in my duty to our country, I support these articles of impeachment. I urge my colleagues to support them as well. I yield back the balance of my time.